Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. Today I am doing a new moon in Taurus reading. Basically just an energetic reading with the moon. And I only want one card from this, but we have a few. Okay, waiting by the phone in the shadow. So this is the Lavion Rose deck from Rose Bay. And the first card out is Risk It All. The second card is Tradition. The third is All Consuming. Restriction. The card No. And the card Reconciliation. So let's start. The Risk It All. I wasn't expecting 6 cards to come out, so there you go. Risk It All comes out telling us that there's something we need to take a leap towards, or there's something that you have felt like you have had to risk it all for. And this thing was linked to tradition in some way. Maybe you thought that you could go all in to get a sense of social status or income or, a job, a position of sorts that was very much linked to the social order. It became all-consuming for you. You were willing to risk it all to get this thing, to sign this contract. And it was so all-consuming that it bound you, it gripped you. It actually didn't not liberate you, it kept you packed in a tight spot. And so you've rejected it. You've had to say, no, actually, I don't want to risk it all for this tradition. Risking it all for this tradition, for this thing that is part of the social order of things, will come at a risk to me. And so you're reconciling this with yourself. Or perhaps you're waiting to reconcile with another person. So maybe you were planning on risking it all to buy a house, for example, or to marry someone you weren't sure about, or to sign a contract with a new employer. And you were willing to go all in and, risk it all. Maybe your finances were at stake. And that drive was so all-consuming that it actually kept you in a tight spot and you've rejected it. I think I already said that, so I'm repeating myself. So the reconciliation card's interesting because when we reconcile with something, we reconsider it, we make peace with it, we forgive ourselves or another. So here we have waiting by the phone with vices in the shadow. Cake eater. Diamond ring. Green eyes. And signs with vices in the shadow. So let's leave that there for the moment. Maybe you said no to someone that you were going to enter into a contract in with. Maybe you've said no to a marriage or a long-term relationship or an employer, but you regret it, or you're reconsidering it, or you're hoping that there could be a way that you could actually discuss what was going on for you. Waiting by the phone, you could actually be hoping someone reaches out to you. There's been a disruption here. There's a rupture here. And the cake eater is someone who wanted it all. We have a peacock energy. We have Narcissus here. We have 3 roses. So someone's waiting by the phone for you. Maybe you rejected someone, or you're waiting by the phone for them to ring. But this cake eater, it's basically someone who wants their cake and eat it too. You've probably heard that saying. It means someone who wants everything their way and some more and more. And so there was something not equal here. Now the diamond ring is interesting because maybe someone has made you an offer that you've rejected. Maybe someone has proposed marriage to you or an engagement and you've said no to. Or you're waiting for this. You've asked for that and you're waiting for this. And the only way you're going to progress is if they call you to invite you to a proposal event, really. But what I'm seeing here with cake eater and green eyes is you're being seduced somehow. You're being seduced by the idea of this thing that you think will give you social status. And there are signs here that the person you're dealing with or you have hidden addictions or hidden vices. Because there's something not cool about the cake eater. The cake eater is someone who is playing a trick. They're playing a game that benefits them and only them. So what does this have to do with a new moon in Taurus? Gosh, I don't know what road we went down here. White rabbit. Well, we went down a rabbit hole, that's for sure. You fit into me like a hook into an eye, a fish hook, an open eye. It's an interesting oracle deck. I don't know if it's oracle, tarot, self-reflect. Maybe the person you're dealing with is a mirror of you. And it's time to actually face some harsh truths about what you're willing to risk it all for and for what purpose. So we have she's the one, cup runneth over, timing, family, and a broken chalice. I don't know if someone has love bombed you, seduced you. Someone has come in and told you that you are exactly what they want and that their cup runneth over with you. And that in the right time you will have the family, you will do the thing. I don't know if this is about children or custody. But there's a broken promise here. There's a grief here. There's a grief here for you around marriage, proposals, love. And I don't know if this Taurus new moon is going to show you that. So let's just choose one card here, because then I'm going to I need the tarot. I don't usually read from the Rose Bay Oracle, but I thought I'd try something different. Okay. Well, Broken Chalice has come back, so I'm going to take it. There's been a broken promise in love, okay? Because here we have Venus. And it was because this promise was built on illusions. On illusions and Someone wants to extend an olive branch to you, but I don't know if this person is trustworthy. I get the sense that they are not, or that they have pretended to be something that they're not, because you're actually giving them more than they're giving you. Let's see what the tarot has to say. The Lovers, the Star, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. So yes, this is a love reading. I can see this is about a relationship quite clearly, or a broken relationship. And it was one based on hope. It was one based on wishes. It was one based not on a foundation. It was based on attraction, desire, and promise. But Four of Swords is the rest and recovery after being injured card. So there's been an injury here that's in the past that you're now recovering from, and in your recovery you're starting to consider that perhaps it's time to walk away. You can see this priestess figure removing the mask of the lion. Sort of a shamanic figure here, saying it's time to face some harsh truths. Maybe you were putting on a brave face as well, going, yeah, I can handle this, I can handle this. The Wheel of Fortune. The Six of Wands. So the wheel turns, and you along with it. And something's going to be apparent to you. Something's going to be made apparent. And I think the thing that's going to be made apparent is the actions of this cake eater, because here we have the Knight of Wands. And look at how Mary L depicts the Knight of Wands. Sort of like some sort of dark creature, half wolf, half bear. A dark figure that saw a light in you. Because you're here blazing with the Six of Wands. You're noticed, you're accomplished, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're valuable, you're wealthy, you're settled. And this dark figure who lives in the shadows has seen a light in you and has approached that light. But they've approached that light under the cover of the moon. The moon card tells me that not everything was known or apparent. And do you remember we had vices in the shadow? So I don't know if in your story, your counterpart in fact has an addiction, or they lied. Or instead of lying, the moon sort of says they omitted information. The moon card is you don't have all the information. So technically and officially, no one's lying. But you get my drift. I'm just going to cover this for community guidelines. Ace of Discs and the Nine of Wands. So under the cover of the moon and without showing you everything, you received a very early stage offer. And they offered to you this blazing bright woman, blazing bright Six of Wands person energy. That's you, regardless of gender. And again, you've said no. There's a rejection here. Nine of Wands. I think as well, maybe you felt like you had to do it all on your own. or there was something that exhausted you or wore you out. Yeah. I see a woman who's worn out. She's tired. And she's sort of like tired of the games as well. I don't know if there was games or trickery or just broken promises, I guess. So we have judgment in the shadow. Time to make a big decision, a life-changing decision. So we have the Strength card. What beautiful artwork. I love this deck so much. Two of Swords. Avoiding making a decision. The Queen of Cups. The Chariot. And there it is, the Seven of Wands. The Rejection card. The Stay Away From Me card. The Boundaries card. So you've had to really find your strength and pull on your lion mask and maybe roar, because someone was not listening to you. Two of Swords, you were at an impasse. You were in a standoff. It's like two people draw their sword. It's like, well, what are you going to do? Someone has to begin fighting. And you avoided being the first one to fight. You're the Queen of Cups. Like, what I see from you is you have a deep, divine, feminine energy about you. And you don't want to have to wear a lion mask and go to battle. You don't want to have to be in back and forth and arguments. You could actually be a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio yourself, or have your Venus placement there. And what I see here is the strength that you found was the strength to walk away or to leave, or in fact bolt away. Because here we have the Chariot card, led by four wolves. Are going to lead this woman out of there on her sled. Because there was something that was not right. If you have a sense this new moon that someone is inauthentic or pretending with you, I would listen to that. The Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords. This is you kind of like drawing your sword on this new moon and going, actually, I have something to say, or I'm going to defend myself with a sword. And that energy leads to the Sun. Let's get this happening. The Four of Wands, the Page of Swords. Justice in the shadow. Seven of Swords. Oh, yeah. Someone has been playing a trick on you. And the trick is not telling you everything you need to know about them. And you can sense it. You have the eagle sense. And you're going to defend yourself. And you're going, see the sun, and we had the moon before. Something will be revealed to you, or you will shed light on this thing on the Taurus new moon. And it's based on justice. Could be around a house or a family commitment. Maybe this is a marriage or the end of a marriage. What were they hiding? Three and Four of Wands. What was the trick? I I don't know if someone was trying to control you. I don't know if someone was trying to control you through your own family. Or with faking an offer of a family. Because remember, we had like the marriage and the diamond ring and this and that and the other tradition. Look, there's the Hierophant. Did someone promise you a proposal that did not come? Or did someone break a vow in a proposal or a promise or a marriage? Or is someone just up to no good? The Hanged Man, you could be dealing with a Pisces. Or a very passive person that doesn't really, you can't talk to. They just go underground. There's something here about a mother and a child. Here we have the World card in the shadow. I know why I don't read with this deck on YouTube now. I remember why. Here is the High Priestess, one of the best ever High Priestess cards I've ever seen in my life. This is the Oracle. And she's very linked to the Dark Goddess and very linked to the underworld. You have received an inner knowing, an inner divination about this person. Your spirit just knows, your spirit has a vibe. There's a disappointment here, but you're still in your mystical, magical energy. Like, this has not broken you or taken from you at all. This more feels like you have sniffed out the bad smell in the house. 6 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Back and forth energy, 2 5s. The disappointment card, the arguments card. Someone has broken their emotional promises to you. Someone has broken their word to you. And it's got something to do with a child or children. And I sincerely hope that this is not what I'm thinking and that you have discovered that someone has harmed your children or harmed children in the collective. You've discovered something sinister, but you never discovered it with like physical evidence. You sensed it. You've been working on your senses. You know what I mean? You've been using your senses to guide you. And you're using your senses because you need to get the children out of there. You're getting the children and even the dog safely out of there. So this could be a marriage that has broken down because, you know, one of the partners has a drinking problem or a drug addiction and it's harming the children psychologically. It could be something worse, could be violence. King of Swords. Could be a very smart character or very cutting, very powerful. Like, by powerful, I mean someone who will use the law against you, someone who will argue against you, someone who will use finances against you, someone combative. Could be a Sagittarius, fire sign, a lot of fire here. I don't know what's happening here, but it's like a Sagittarius has rushed into the scene. Or Sagittarius energy is somehow important here. That's not happening until, is it December this year? Oh my gosh, the Tower. I don't know if a Sagittarius has come into this picture, and through your exchanges with this Sagittarius figure or this King of Wands figure, and look, I see Ishtar's pointed star there. Someone who, there was a catalyst that has entered this picture, maybe only momentarily. Some ancestral message came through this person. And this ancestral message allowed you or gave you some courage or some impetus to escape the burning building. Because that tradition, that social status was a house on fire for you. And now you're thinking, okay, where to now? Where to now? You've got the kids, you've got the dog, you've escaped safely. Where to now? So where will the collective go in this Taurus new moon? Where can we find ourselves going? I'm not getting anything else. Oh. Oops, excuse me. 8 of discs in the shadow. 10 of swords. Something has come at a great price to you, great cost to you. But where you're going, you will create a harmonious family and community and home for you, for yourself. This could actually be a story of like a whole family leaving a situation that was harmful. Let's wrap up this reading with a wisdom of the oracle. To the sea. You're going with the flow. You're trusting and accepting this story. You have found a sense of inner peace and inner reconciliation with it, and you're like, you know what? If this is how it is, this is how it is, and I trust my inner compass to guide me. So, a bit of a heavy reading, not what I was expecting. I thank you if you've stayed this far. Please like, share, subscribe. Otherwise, I will leave you, as always, with my love and courage. Until we meet again. Bye for now.